Match number 7 in what has been the mayhem that is the month of May. LAFC comes into the A, one of the most potent attacks in all of Major League Soccer. This is your AT&T countdown to kickoff. Dax McCarty said it best, 17s, in what was a remarkable media availability. It's all about taking this momentum, bottling it up, and using it for the next matchup. Jason, it was a Polish punch from long range for Bartosz Ślisz to get his first goal in club history, running up to the supporter section and showing off that passion. It was a weight off of his shoulders, and then that momentum continued in the U.S. Open Cup. In Charleston, we advanced to the quarterfinals, taking these little moments, these little victories, and stacking them together now.
Yeah, you could feel the pressure come off of the back of Bartosz Ślisz after some kind of back and forth performances from him. That goal, he looked like a different player. He looked transformed after that. You could just feel the leadership coming from him. And that's been one of the things for this team right now, is you're trying to find those little moments to carry forward. This game's about momentum. So often it's about momentum, whether we're talking inside the match, we're talking inside the half, we're talking over the course of a week, of a season. It's about momentum. And sometimes you gotta manufacture it. Sometimes you gotta try to generate it yourself. You give up a goal in the first half on a penalty, and they started to fight back in that second half. I had the conversation with Mike Conti at halftime in the booth before we came back. This team needs to show something here in the second half. That can be a lot of different things. Is it about skill? Is it about like getting numbers forward? Or is it about fight? And I think they showed a lot of fight in Nashville. That carried over to Charleston, and they get the job done in 2 games. They get 2 results. You want to see those 1-pointers turn into 3, but you're starting to get some momentum heading in the right direction.
Nobody embodied that heart in that fight in the second half better than Noah Cobb. Goes down with the ankle injury. He's feeling himself out on the sideline and says, I can go, give me some more minutes. They end up sitting him, and Efraim Morales comes in. Nobody has studied the action in the fraction better than you. You said it on the airwaves. That was some of the best you've seen of him in a shift with the first team that he's ever played.
Yeah, came in for the first team in that spot where it's a tight game. You can feel the pressure. Everyone's feeling that pressure in that game. He looked like he'd been there 1,000 times. He's just calm. One of the funny stories of the week was Efraim Morales, when he goes in, he's told to keep it simple, make simple passes. First pass, he fakes one way, cuts the other way, plays a difficult pass. He's feeling that confidence carried over to Charleston. So you're getting these young guys who have grown up in the club, whether it's Efraim, whether it's Noah, whether it's Caleb Wiley, guys who were literally 10, 11, 12, Alan Carlton making his first team debut in the Open Cup, guys who have grown up in the club. They have a different feeling for the badge, they have a different feeling for the city, and it's contagious. When you have these games like the Open Cup, where you have 7 guys who have come through the club, homegrowns, or coming through the academy and contributing in this match, that rubs off on the guys who are new here, who are starting to build that relationship with the city, build that relationship with the club. When you see Noah wanting to come back in when he can hardly walk, when you see Morales coming in and winning every header he possibly could, every duel, that stuff is contagious to the guys who are new to the club. I think you're starting to see that come through. You're seeing that feeling about fighting for the badge really start to come through.
Oh, I feel like I could go right now. We'll have to wait until Saturday, where we're back with the Gulch behind us, 17s. LAFC comes to town 5th in the West right now, fresh off of an Open Cup victory against Loudoun. Only 1 road victory all MLS campaign long for them. It came last match against St. Louis. Dennis Bowanga, who walked away with the Golden Boot last season, he's continued his momentum. Volley, a chip finish as well. He has not cooled off. We'll have to contain him here at home.
So good in transition, Bowanga. LAFC and offensive transition moments, they are among the best in the league. But defensively in those transition moments, they do leave some gaps. That's something Atlanta can exploit. LAFC played a lot of their regulars on Tuesday night in the Open Cup, beating Loudoun United. Ilie Sanchez had to leave that game in the first half. Edward Atuesta came on for him. He's back up with the club on loan from Palmeiras. But how are they going to feel after a lot of minutes Tuesday, a cross-country flight, and then dealing with the pressure inside the bins? Those moments where they get out on transition, they're a problem. But the moments where the game flips the other way, they're not as strong. And you've got to exploit that We've talked about first half goals all season long. You need to get a first half goal here, get that crowd roaring, and start that snowball effect where teams just feel kind of suffocated.
A couple of names who can help us extinguish that transition play of LAFC. Stian Gregerson got some solid minutes in US Open Cup. We saw Derek Williams returning with the first team in training as well this week. Thiago El Mago Almada is back with the guys. No Gigi, but all of those names already just being back in rotation and available for call off of the bench is going to be a boost for the Five Stripes.
You're getting that spine of the team back where you want it, which we haven't had in a while, honestly. Gregerson back close to 90 minutes available. Derek Williams can come in and finish this one. Luis Abram has been very good as of late. We talked about Bartek feeling better now after getting a goal, getting that confidence flowing. Him and Tristan Muyamba in the midfield. El Mago not going to be able to play 90, we know that, but can you wear LAFC down and have him come in and open them up with those passes to create those opportunities that this team has really missed in his absence?
That feeling is back, in no better place to watch it unfold than our own Footy Fortress. 7:30 is the kick on the MLS Season Pass through Apple TV. Don't you forget 17s, since we're back here at home. He was in Charleston, he was in Huntsville, now he's back here in Atlanta. You can switch over your audio options if you'd like to Mike Conti and Jason Longshore. 92.9 The Game has the call as always.
Yeah, I hardly know what city I'm in at this point. I've been all over the Southeast calling games, but it's great to be back here at the Bend. 6:30 on 92.9 The Game. Abe Gordon, Garrett Chapman will get you started with the Five Stripes countdown. Right before the game kicks off on Apple TV, you can flip over on that audio option to Home Team Radio. Mike Conti and I will be screaming from the Bends, trying to make some noise for this club.
Jason Longshore and Joe Fryhofer, this 17s has been your AT&T countdown to kickoff. Time to build. We'll see you in there.